Aloha, this is Leimomi Keliikuli, Intuitive Soul. I'm a co-chair, and I wanted to share with you guys behind the scenes of what I'm doing to create my masterclass, and also just share a little bit about how my new home and my office, my lanai office looks like, and also share with you kind of the shifts that you would need to make in your life and your business that will actually give you more time. So I tried to live stream before, but hopefully this will catch on. It kind of cut me off, so hopefully this will hold on. So I'm just going to show you guys quickly about how my office looks like. Most of what I have here is like the things that I write on my plan for my vision of the month. There's my bathroom. The art is here. Actually, here's my lanai office. I just kind of created it here outside. Probably going to have to stay inside for this, but this is really like just a beautiful view, just right outside my office. And there is my bigger desk. This is actually where I usually work, but I was like, I want to go outside, so that's why I went outside. Have all of my calendar, my vision boards, everything that I do in my business is all in these binders. And of course, there's my little screen. So let me turn the screen. Yeah, so what I've been actually working on is like trying to create an environment where I could have more time, where I could feel like more inspired. And I think like as entrepreneurs, we tend to forget to like make sure that we are, feeling fulfilled and that we have more time to do what we want to do. And one of the biggest shifts that I have done in just a very short period of time was actually spend more time talking with people. It's kind of funny, but you would think like spending more time like doing less, right? Like less talking to people is actually much better. But what I have found is like what gives more fulfillment is the connection that you have with your clients. So a lot of the times of like one of the biggest shifts that I made was I spent more time doing target market research, getting to know my clients really well, getting to know like the psychographics, the things that they think about at night, the things that they struggle about, and just having genuine conversations was actually a really big shift for me, and actually gave me more freedom. It seemed like it was like a lot of, it's, on the outside it might seem like it's a lot of work, but actually it is what shifts your ability to work better in your business and in a more personal way. So actually I PM message my clients, I ask them having genuine conversation, and it actually allowed me to have more time for myself and also my clients, because I could strategically create offers and things that really help both me and my clients. So I made more money. I actually was able to schedule my time better because I knew what was my responsibility and what was my client's responsibility. So like creating that boundary of exactly how I wanted to show up in my business was one of the biggest shifts that I made. And it was actually a really big mindset shift also, which was that I needed to operate from my heart rather than what I needed to do on a daily basis. So thinking about what research do I need to do to serve my audience, to serve my clients more, and it actually over time freed me up with time, because then I knew how to show up every day. So that was like one of the biggest shifts, was like deciding to connect more deeper with what I needed to serve to my audience so that I could give them exactly that in a much more strategic way and more that was like not as time consuming, because a lot of the times when you're in your business you end up doing way too much in your business, like just daily grind, like doing admin things, setting up your website, like all of the basic things that you needed to do. And I actually like gave all of that to my OBM. I gave all the responsibility of things that I shouldn't be doing. I gave it away, and I paid her for it. So that was the biggest shift, was like deciding on what I needed to do in order to be more efficient in my time. So that was one of the biggest things, was just like giving the duties away to the right people, knowing what I needed to do on my part, and knowing what I needed to do to help my clients do their part, so that they could do like everything more efficiently. So actually I actually saved more time by finding out what I need to give to them in a much more faster way. So that was a big shift, was just actually genuinely connecting with my audience and especially my clients on a regular basis. And it was just through PM messaging. It was just through, whatever felt good. If we need to jump on a call, jump on a call. But it wasn't like formal, if you could say it. It was just like informal, so that I could know what I needed to make everything and the quality of what I deliver and what I do for myself more efficient. So market research was the biggest thing. And market research really is just, it's exploration, was getting to know every little part of what problems, symptoms, solutions that I could give to my ideal clients. And like I said, it created me to have the ability to create offers that were really more aligned to them, that made me more money, that also gave me more time to do only the specific things that needed to get done. That was the first shift. The second shift was actually also just stopping to realize what my superpower did for myself. So since I am a love superpower, everything that I do has to do with love and connection, healings and activations, clearings for people. And for me, because also my higher psychic gifts are more about mindset, I actually found out that what I do to help my ideal clients more is like helping them with mindset things and self-love. So when I actually just did my research, I talked to my audience, I found out that the major thing that I needed to do was actually deliver just those two major things, which was mindset and self-love, for them and also for me. So I just started doing more mindset work myself, through walking, through writing, just through everyday, like having that conversation with myself to have these inner shifts. And then also making my environment very clear and clean, by moving into our new house, by setting boundaries with me, my husband, and my son, so that they know when they can bother me and when I can bother them, and vice versa. And just having the ability to do what I feel like at the moment, and not putting that pressure on myself that I have to have a super duper plan, and I have to stick to the plan and all these kind of things, because of course I'm a very organic. So it works best for me when I'm not having so many things on my schedule. So the funny thing is, like, a lot of times I'm like sitting in front of my computer and I'm like, I'm not sure what I want to do on my computer today. And I just allow myself to like not do anything on my computer. I go do something else. I go do art. I go do whatever feels right. And a lot of times it's just having conversations with people, through PM messaging, through actually finding out again what my ideal client needs, what my audience is, spending time to do live streams like this, writing marketing material, like just doing what my job was meant to be. And so when I shifted my behavior to feeling like I have to work really hard and struggle, to be more like I am my own boss, and so I get to do whatever I want to do according to the way that I want to do it, the time I want to do it. Is it aligned to my soul? It's just like asking those questions of what freedom means to me, and then continuously creating freedom. But at the same time, of course, creating offers, making money, making sure that I am delivering what I am supposed to deliver. And then, like I said, making everything so clear on what I need to do for myself and for my audience, for my family, just really clearly defining everything, and training people to do the work for me, or training my husband, to do certain things, training my son to do certain things. It was just like freeing up my time to be more me, but doing it in a more way where it felt everybody else in my environment could have the best experience, the best form of experience. So I took the time to look at my soul alignment blueprints. I took the time to create my masterclass and things like that that were, like I said, aligned to my soul. Because before that, I was just kind of like running and struggling and just doing stuff, or I would ignore my whole project, you know, and just like do nothing all day or whatever. I always found some ways to think about what can I do that's the least amount of time and effort, and being the most efficient. So I always ask that my soul line question, which is more like, how can I liberate my soul through self-love? So I do a lot of self-love things. I do a lot of mindset work on myself. And my mindset work, by the way, is not just me sitting down and writing things out. My mindset work is like while I'm doing stuff, like I clean my office, I'm doing mindset work. When I go in for my walk, I do mindset work. Just getting myself in a higher vibration, so I'm very clear cut on what I do, what everybody else needs to do in my environment, so that it's calm, peaceful. Everybody knows what they're meant to do. And yeah, it's made a huge difference in my physical environment, because what was happening was I was just struggling on the daily grind and all the things I need to set up. And then I was like, whoa, like I'm just like working my butt off too much when I don't really need to. I just need to give things, and hire the right people, or, you know, give the things that it's not me away so that I can be me. So my masterclass, actually, I'm going to talk more about that, like how can you have more time freedom with your family, and you know why, and how not to have more time so that you don't have to do all of this website maintenance, content creation, and like, you know, because Facebook has been changing. Facebook has, it's, your reach isn't as much, you know. You notice that a lot of Facebook groups have been closing. And it's because of these kind of changes, we have to actually change with it. And what I'm realizing is that where I shine the most is when I'm experiencing everything in my life offline, and it feels more abundant. And then when I show online, I can show my presence as being calm, peaceful, loving, right? Being in alignment to my superpower. And the more like you are in your superpower, the more things that you need just naturally attract to you. So in the superclass, I'm going to actually, the masterclass, I'm going to talk about that. What is your superpower? How to align to it so that you're constantly creating from your superpower and not from your wrong superpower, because this is what I'm finding is most people are not operating in their superpower. And if they are, they're usually operating from their life challenges, which are their gifts, but it is actually the gifts and stuff that they give to others, and it serves other people and not themselves. What serves you is your superpower. And so knowing the distinction between your life challenges and your superpower and how to operate using those three is so key, because you have the contrast, you know exactly what to do and how to show up, because you're using every action that you're taking aligned to that specific energy. So yeah, if you guys are really interested in knowing more about that, how to create more time freedom using your superpower, being more in flow. And what I mean about being in your superpower, when you're in your superpower, you're actually what I'm talking about, like you're operating with clear boundaries, you're operating where like things aren't really bothering you on the outside, your physical environment flows with you rather than against you, even your relationships, you know, even money flows to you. When you are operating from your superpower, everything starts to move in sync. And when you're not, everything is kind of like either pushing against you, pulling you down, or or totally disempowering you, where you kind of forget everything. You just want to like not show up and do things, and you procrastinate, you get into your ego sense. And sometimes some people, they also get into the ego, which is they only look for ways to make money or to be more controlling on things that are happening in their life or their business. Those are all symptoms of not being in your superpower. So if you're experiencing any of those things, it's because you're probably not operating in your superpower, or you could be, but you're aligning a little bit too much to either one of your blueprints, parts of your other parts of your energy of your blueprints, or you're creating a business or things that's not really aligned to your soul. There's many reasons why that could be happening. And I'm finding that it has a lot to do with not doing things out of self-love, right? Making choices that are good for you, that are good for your family, but especially more good for what your boundaries and things you need to create right now. So, like I said, these kind of two major mindset shifts that I made really made a huge difference. It was just this very simple way of operating and seeing what I needed to do, which was more connect to my audience, connect to my people, connect to myself, being more inward, but also be aware of what's going on outwardly, but not let the outward stuff affect my physical environment. And like I said, you have to train people to work with you, not against you, because most of the time we are just kind of doing our own thing, right? We're in our own reality. We're trying to figure things out. We feel very confused, or we're lacking clarity, or these kind of things. So in my masterclass, I'm going to talk a lot about what is your superpower and how to get more of this time freedom that you're looking for. Because I know essentially you want to have more creative freedom. You want to, have things more automated. So this is a good masterclass if you're really good already with marketing and strategy and systems and structures. You already know all of these things, but you want to up your game and you want to up level to your next level in your life or your business, and you feel like it's time for you to really, really operate in flow rather than in that struggle of working hard. Because usually what's happening is you need to really work on your mindset and develop a really, really clear self-love so that you can have that fulfillment that you're looking for. So I will put the link below of the masterclass coming up. You can register for it. It's in August 14th is when I'm going to do it live. And so if you guys do come live, I also have a bonus for you guys. And also I will share more about what you can do next in order to be more aligned to your superpower, which is actually my 8-week Mastering Your Soul's Gift program. Is an awesome program to teach you how to use your soul alignment blueprints. So it's using success, spiritual mindset, self-love, so that you know what you need to do to revamp your life and business so that you're in flow, that you're creating the impact that you want based upon your needs and for your audience also. So if you're just jumping in, just say hi, and then of course you can listen to the replay since I'm finishing here. But yeah, if you guys want to know more about that, what you can do in order to be in your superpower, you really do need your soul alignment blueprints in order to know what to align to. You need to know your superpower, your soul purpose, and your path, and the exact way of doing that. And we do that in my 8-week Mastering Your Soul's Gift program that anyone can join. And my masterclass is coming up on sharing more about these kind of things, of shifts that you can do in your environment, in your mindset, and so that you have more time with your family, spend more time in nature, spend more time to do what you actually want to do, which usually is not necessarily constantly, having to create content or constantly have to work on your website, right, or techie stuff, right? These are things that doesn't really light you up. And I know that when you get to a place where you are able to operate from your superpower, and I'm telling you, it gets easier, it's less dramatic, it's more clear-cut, you feel more at ease with yourself. And you're going to feel more like you're able to do what you actually want to do and at a faster rate. And that's what I'm finding, is that when people operate more in their superpower, everything that they need or they want comes to them faster. So for example, I had this dream that I wanted to go to the different islands here in Hawaii, and also specifically I want to go to Kauai. And I literally just wrote it on a piece of paper, and actually I don't even have it with me right now, but it would be cool if you guys could see it. But on a piece of paper I just wrote exactly what I wanted to do in the next 6 months. And what's funny is, like, last month and this month, exactly what I wanted came true. And the thing about going to Kauai was one of the biggest one, because I was like, wow, we just moved house, you know, like, we do need a vacation, but I was like, maybe we should wait a little bit longer. But then when I wrote it down on top of the piece of paper, like literally within a week, like the opportunity to actually go there and to do my grid work, all of that all happened really fast. So I'm actually going to go in about a week, and we're going to spend 10 days where I can actually do more of that work, healing the land, activating some places and connecting it to the other islands, because that's also another way that I help people, is I activate their gifts and activate and heal people. And I also do that with the land. So that's what my next project is actually doing that in Kauai, and then connecting all the grids that I've been doing so far here on Maui, and on Lanai, and I'm going to actually do the other work on the other islands too. But anyway, if you guys are interested in knowing more about the masterclass, and in knowing more about how you can make these kind of shifts much more quicker in your life and your business, like I said, my 8-week program is opening up again for anybody to join in. And if you really just want to know what your superpower is, and you want to know what you need to do to get in alignment, then getting your soul alignment blueprints is the best step, because then when you've got your blueprints, you can actually start to take action towards it every day, and it's priceless. Like, you listen to your recordings, you spend the time to really do the work, the mindset work, and the self-love, and then it really totally gives you the opportunity to have more time freedom that you're actually wanting. Alright, so you can go to my website at www.leimomikeliikuli.com, just my name.com. There's also a quiz, your business type quiz, that you can take. And you can also join my Facebook group, which is the Soul Alignment Leaders for Conscious Living, if you haven't. And this is where you can also connect with other people who really do believe in soul alignment and finding the direct way to activate your superpower. Alright, well, you guys have a beautiful day. Aloha.